Hey everybody, back with more Train Simulator 19, showing off the Chatham mainline DLC while I still had access to it before Dovetail Games pulls it for the weekend. It's actually a different line that is included in the DLC. It's part of the Chatham Main and Medway Valley line. Back in our Class 465 networker, should be another relatively quick route. Oop, set the reverser forward, turn the alerter off. So it should be another drama-free route. Only about 6 stops on this one. It's starting in Gillingham. Supposed to go all the way to London Cannon Street Station, but for this scenario we end at Gravesend. Oop, off to a bad start already off to some speeding. This accident didn't have the pullback on the throttle responsive enough. That's on me. So perfection not on the cards here, but still aiming to score hopefully around the 990s or so. There we go, got just about a mile and a half out to Chatham platform. Got the speed limit up to 60 as we're heading into the tunnel now. So let's raise up the throttle setting 4 and jet off. So I get on the brakes now, about a fifth of a mile away from the 50-mile-an-hour zone. Got down time for that. Should be coming in at Chatham right on the dot at 6:41. Didn't get on the brakes quick enough there. That's my bad. Speeding penalty not terrible there. Drive quality was alright. So about to pull into our first stop of the service, Chatham. Just realized I didn't have lights on. Oopsies. I roll a little bit till I see the sign with the 8 on it. Our designated stopping spot for our 8-car train. Should be right on the dot here. There we are. So, pretty decent run to our first station here. Speeding penalties otherwise. Not a lot of takers on hopping on our train, looks like. Well, hop back in the cab. Start easing off on the brakes. Come on. As we're now off to Rochester, about 0.9 miles away. Don't have to push it as much with the speed on this little section over to Rochester. Just about a minute ahead of schedule. Just not going to risk it with the speed too much. Pulling into Rochester now as we have a Class 375 go by on the opposite rail. Jump back in the cab. Just gonna gotta work on aiming the stopping points perfectly. Just looking out for our sign on the left hand side. Still coasting. Looks like it's just a general S for stop sign. Still coasting in a little bit. Alright, full service. And there we are. Just checking on the objective screen. Halfway there. Gotta head off to Strood next, followed by Chatham, and then we'll end our service off in Gravesend. Start moving forward on the brakes a little bit. Oh, don't want to turn completely off. Sometimes I forget how mind-numbing it feels just waiting here, waiting for passengers to load and unload from the train. I mean, like I said earlier, not really popular today, so wish we could just get the clearance to go here, but oh well. Gotta stay stuck to the timetable. Go. Let's gas up throttle setting 4. Get out of here as we got 3/4 of a mile of track to go to Strood. Slowing down 20 miles an hour. Looks like we're going to be pulling off this line right here. It's another section of track. Don't want to go flying off the rails as a speed reduction, but we're going to further slow down to 15 miles an hour very shortly. A little bit of a decline there caught me off guard a little bit. Still got a decline as we're pulling into Strood now. Looks like we've leveled out. So we got another class 4065. Passing us, I think they're pulling out of station. Nope, they're stopping right now. Right, keep rolling. Look for that sign with number 8 on it. Just keep rolling. Bit of a ways up the track here. Or up on the platform, I should say. Where are you? Very end. Here we are. And there we are. So while we're waiting, let's see if we can take a little walk in the car right here. We are rail fans, yes we are. It's always kind of fun reading just the various signage in here. If there's any, like, you know, if you look at some of the American routes, there's like little knockoffs of the American brands and whatnot. I forgot what the one for Burger King or McDonald's was, but something pretty fun with a burger. I'm pretty sure we'll get to one of those DLCs very soon. We'll be able to look at that for ourselves. Whoop, don't mean to get the emergency there. Just keep on the first brake saying looks like we're about ready to clear out Strood. Got the green signal ready to go. And we're off. Got another 375 pulling in as we're set to leave. I got 2.5 miles out to our second to last station of the service, Chatham. Whoop, gas it up again a little bit too quick there. You know, I have commented before that do like the feel of these little London electric routes, just for the scenery, or partly for the scenery. But these tunnels are a nice little touch here. But I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like a little quieter feel compared to the diesels. Trains themselves don't make a lot of noise. Routes are pretty quiet and neat as well. Might not make a lot of sense, but teach their own, I suppose. Right, so we're just about a half mile away from the station now, so we're going to start reeling back on the brakes. Just don't have an official speed limit reduction. Still got a green signal into the station. Hoping not have too jarring of an arrival into Chatham. Still about 45 seconds early in terms of the ETA, so looking good. Perhaps gotta get a little bit quick on the brakes here. Gotta go all the way full service. Oh, should still make it no problem here as that guy just phased through a staircase. That was cool. There's our magic number 8 sign. I'll go past him a little bit, but that's alright. And here we are. Bit more popular for disembarking here. A couple people getting on as well. Yeah, we're stopping a bit short in this scenario. The service is due all the way to London Cannon Street. However, this scenario ends at Gravesend, which is our next station on the service here. And it will be the conclusion to the episode. Gotta look around again. I think you can go all the way to Cannon Street. But, not in this scenario. Looks like the route back to Gillingham's a lot more popular than we were. Heading up to London. Let's hop back in the cab. Start prepping for departure. And off we go. For the final 4.5 mile sprint to the conclusion of this service, at least up in Gravesend. So new for this section of track that we didn't have on the Chatham main line are actual whistle posts. So we get to hear the horn on the 465 about a quarter of a mile up the track. Not gonna be the loud blare of a diesel engine from America, but it has its own charm to it. Signal high there as we got another whistle post right here. And one more for good measure. It's gonna be a bit more conservative on the throttle here. Still about just over a minute and a half early into Gravesend per our ETA. So don't have to push too hard. Just have a nice leisurely drive into the end of the service. Guys are rapidly approaching Gravesend now, starting to get the yellow warning signals. Reducing our speed below 50. It's going to be reduced all the way 30, pulling into the station. Here we go, pulling in now. About 2 full minutes ahead of time. And with that, that's going to be a conclusion of the service. Didn't get perfection, obviously, but take what we can get. Hope you all enjoyed the demonstration of the Chatham, Maine, and Medway Valley line. And the Class 465 networker. Hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you all very soon.